Adam Christ from MyMMAnews.com, being joined by Chris Tapia, who represents Weapons 9, and he will be taking on Jason Stevens this weekend at Gut Check Championship Series for the 145-pound Glory title. First and foremost, I got to thank the man for joining me. Chris, we go a couple of years back, man. We've known each other throughout this circuit for a long time. I appreciate you joining me, dude.
Yeah, always. It has been a few years since I fought back in Delaware. I think I did Ring Wars when it was first Ring Wars, and then Gut Check.
Yeah,
but it's been a few years.
Been a few years, man. So, how's things been, man? What have you been up to? How's training been going? You mentioned you've been fighting a lot in New York, and you recently fought in Delaware for the Super Series. So, what's been going on with you, man?
Same stuff, man. I mean, just besides fighting, just work. But besides that, I'm always training at the gym. I have been busy, but just more closer to us in New York. A lot of Friday night fights, other local shows, and just staying busy, man. Yeah.
So this 145-pound Glory title fight, this will make how many titles for you in your arsenal?
This it'll be my if I do win, it'll be my second title. I've had numerous other title fights have come up a little bit short. Just training wise, things weren't lining up just for work and everything else. I've been super busy. But now these past couple fights, I've been able to make more time for training and focusing on that. So I'm a lot more focused now what's ahead and looking to put on the show on the 16th. Excited.
So what has there been? I mean, obviously, I don't want to pry too much into your business, but what's been holding you back from staying so mentally focused and staying into the game, so to speak?
Yeah, no, it's just life, man. I wish I can do it full time, but I can't. I mean, I work as an HVAC contractor, so I'm busy with that. Yeah, so I'm working 40 plus hours a week, and then working out before work. So I'm waking up early in the morning to go run or do strength conditioning, going to work, and then after work, so I have to drag myself to the gym after working all day. And but it's been besides that. But then I'm a little bit more comfortable out now where I'm at, and that's why I'm able to focus more on training now. And I've been training a lot smarter instead of going hard all the time. Now I know how to balance stuff out and going through it.
So getting into this bout, man, what do you know about Jason? I mean, Chris Tran and Professor Greg Pritchett, they're friends. You know, they're friendly. And MVJ and Weapons 9, they're friendly and everything like that. But you're not playing basketball against each other, man. You guys are getting in there and fighting. What do you guys know about each other? What do you know?
To be honest about Jason, I don't know much. I just know he's tall. That's about it. I know he's won a couple of WK tournaments. I think most of his fights, from what I've seen, come from tournaments. I tried to look him up on YouTube and some of the fights. I haven't really found anything, which is fine. But I just know that he's tall. From what I've heard from people, that he's rangy. He knows how to use his range pretty good. So I have my game plan coming in, and then we'll see on the 16th how everything's gonna work out.
Now, I'm curious, with this rule set, you're predominantly a Muay Thai fighter. I mean, Weapons 9 is predominantly a Muay Thai gym. Chris Tran, Muay Thai fighter. And this is Glory rules. Do you feel that that's a little bit of a disadvantage, or does that not even weigh in your mind? And as far as that?
It doesn't really weigh much. I mean, I actually fought on Glory 2 years ago up in New York. They had a show at MSG. Even though we are a Muay Thai gym, we're pretty heavy with our hands, more boxing wise.
Yeah.
So I'm confident in my hands. So I've been adjusting back and forth. This camp I avoided clinching, throwing elbows. Had to reset my mind just for kickboxing. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
So have you trained specifically? I mean, do you have many taller people? Because he's 6'3", 145 pounds. That's tough to mimic when you're in the training room. Have you gotten people that big to bring in and emulate that type of character?
There's some tall guys at my gym. Obviously they're at 145 pounds, but heavier. But there's a couple guys that are like 6 foot, a little over 6 foot, just to play with the range of getting in and out. But yeah, I mean, I've been sparring constantly with different guys from different gyms, but it is hard to find somebody at that height that's not outweighing me by 40, 50 pounds, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this card is interesting, and I always love doing these shows because I'm predominantly, I do like stand up more. I work for an MMA site, obviously, clearly, but I prefer watching stand up. Ground game, it's great. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love a good MMA bout, but I mean, there's something about it. Everybody has their niche, and I just love watching stand up bouts.
Yeah.
But so this bout in particular, man, a plethora of experience, a plethora of talent on this card. The main event, has Rami's guy Kevin Rhodes fighting on it, and obviously you guys have a plethora of experience. You and Jason, massive amounts of experience behind you guys, which makes me wonder. You have the main event being the pro fight. You guys are probably, I'd imagine, going to be the co-main event. When's going to be the next step after this fight? Given you win, get that title. When are you going to think pro ranks, my man?
We have something in the works right now for December 20th on Friday Night Fights in the city.
Oh, nice.
And then recently I just got news, or actually a couple of days ago, I got selected for the WMO team, which is a World Muay Thai organization. They're being out of the Midwest. They're taking a team out to Thailand in March. So I'm going to be repping Team USA for that. And after that, fingers crossed, I place either bronze, silver, or gold. And after that, I think me and Chris are going to talk about just going right into the pros right after that. So.
Well, let me take a sidestep here and just say congratulations. That's a huge honor, and that's
it still hasn't,
awesome, man. So good for you, brother. That's awesome.
It still hasn't hit me yet, but I've been in contact with the guy, so it just came out of nowhere. Like literally, the guy hit me up, started talking here and there, and he's like, "Hey, you've been selected for the team," and then from there, so it still hasn't like really gotten the full impact of that. But it's awesome. It's a huge honor to be on.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So so taking it one step at a time, this bout with Jason, how do you foresee the bout going? And if you be so bold, how do you see the bout ending? I will say, I talked to him before this bout. He said he thinks it's going to be dominant in his favor. He said whether it be a knockout, whether it be a dominant decision, he expressed that he thinks it's going to be dominant. So any replies to that? And also, what do you think is going to happen throughout the fight and how you get your hand raised and get to be the new champion?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think he's a defending champion. He's going to want to think that he's going to be dominating the fight. I've had close to 30 fights already. I haven't been dominated once. I'm pretty sure he's going to be confident in his range and everything else, but I'm known as a pressure fighter. I apply heavy pressure from the beginning. I'm not going to predict a knockout. I don't like talking about that stuff before a fight. I'm just going to put in the work and put on the show, and then we're gonna see how you respond to that.
Awesome, man. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time away. We're about to get started the work week, and again, like I said, you gotta close down training camp because you got an important date next Saturday. So, any shout outs for Weapons 9, Christrian Tran, any of your training partners, as well as let the fans know how to keep up with you on social media for your future fights.
Yeah, definitely huge. I mean, obviously, huge shout out to Christrian. I've been with him since day one. I didn't know what Muay Thai was until I literally met him at the gym, and then I took one class, and it was a wrap from there. Obviously Weapons 9, the Institute Muay Thai. I've been training down with them a lot on Sundays, getting off of sparring. I didn't make it down to Rami's gym a lot this fight camp, but I usually cross train with them a lot too. Big shout out to my strength and conditioning coach, Garrett King, over at King Strength and Performance. They've been helping me get ready for this fight, and just everybody's been supporting along this crazy ass journey. It's been a fun ride, and I'm so excited to fight on Saturday for a title. So it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, man, I look forward to it. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a hell of a card, man. And
yeah,
I really look forward to it. And fortunately for me, I get to be the announcer, get to be right there center in the middle of it. So we'll see whose hand I get to announce at the end of the night. But best of luck to both of you. I appreciate you taking the time, man, and I truly, truly look forward to this fight.
Awesome, Adam. It's been a pleasure, and then looking to put on a show on Saturday.
All right, man. There he goes. Chris Tapia ahead of his bout at Gut Check Championship Series against Jason Stevens for the 145-pound Glory title. And it goes down next Saturday in Newark, Delaware at the Greater Boys and Girls Club. Man, this fight has fireworks written all over it. Make sure you keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news needs, and we will be there in the building. I will be there for all your coverage. So, for Chris Tapia, I'm Adam Christ.